said, we've got this new coalition called the Better Way Alberta Coalition. It's funded by the Alberta Federation of Labour, the United Nurses of Alberta, the Health Science Association of Alberta, and the Canadian Union of Public Employees. Okay, good afternoon, everyone. For those who don't know me, my name is Gil McGowan. I'm president of the Alberta Federation of Labour. And the first thing I want to make really clear is that while the Federation of Labour and the unions that are working together in a coalition called the Better Way Alberta, including the United Nurses of Alberta, Health Sciences Association of Alberta, the Canadian Union of Public Employees, we've helped to facilitate this gathering, but it actually wasn't our idea. This was an idea that came from people like yourselves on social media as a natural response to some of the outrageous things that our Premier Jim Prentice was saying. We're here today because Albertans are saying that the Premier was wrong. We're here today because when the Premier says that Albertans are to blame for the budget mess that we're facing right now, we know who's really responsible, and it's not Albertans. It's the people in that building in particular. The real culprits for our fiscal mess are the Conservatives themselves. So we're here today to hold mirrors up to the legislature, the House where the Conservatives sit. So if the Conservatives want to know who's really responsible for our province's budget mess, it's not Albertans, it's not public sector workers or the services that they provide. The real culprits are the Conservatives themselves, and we're sending them that message today that they're not going to get away with it. So, this has become something of a social media phenomenon, and to sort of demonstrate that this demonstration, this event, is an outgrowth of that natural expression of outrage. I just wanted to read a couple of comments that have been made by ordinary Albertans over the last couple of days on social media. There have been literally thousands. In fact, as most of you know, the hashtag Prentice Blames Albertans was not only the #1 trending hashtag in Alberta, but for the last 2 days it's been the #1 trending hashtag in all of Canada. And so that was an online expression of our outrage and frustration with this sense of entitlement that we see from this Conservative government. The event today is a physical expression of that same outrage. And we spent a little bit of time yesterday trying to figure out who in fact was the first person who came up with the hashtag Prentice Blames Albertans, and we think it was Edmonton-based comedian and writer Marty Chan. And his first tweet is, "I didn't get any work today, I blame Albertans." and most of you have seen these, but the creativity and the humor and the anger and frustration expressed by Albertans was overwhelming, but it was also creative and also instructive. We heard from people like Bethany Drader. She said, "I slipped on the ice today, I blame Albertans." And so there were lighthearted comments, but there were also serious ones, like Laurie Adkin, who's a professor at the University of Alberta. She says, hashtag Prentice Blames Albertans. Careful, sir, your privilege is showing. And then there was Mike Hudima from Greenpeace, who tweeted, hashtag Prentice Blames Albertan. Dear Jim Prentice, it's not us, it's you. And then one of my own staff members, Olav Rockney, he hashtagged, I looked in the mirror this morning and I still see someone who supports progressive income tax. Yeah. And then there were the memes. You've seen all the memes, and there's too many funny and creative memes that ordinary Albertans have created over the last couple of days to name. But some of my favorites, there's the one with the picture taken from Snow White with the evil queen. And it says on the meme, mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the one who actually dropped the ball? And there's a picture of Jim Prentice in the mirror. And and then there's the one I think which got the most retweets. It's a picture of a guy looking in a mirror, and it says, Albertans looked into the mirror, Jim, and I think we found the real fiscal problem. And in the mirror is the PC Alberta logo. In a nutshell. Because Jim Prentice, over the last couple of days, Jim Prentice has blamed Albertans for Alberta's fiscal mess. But you know, it wasn't ordinary Albertans who introduced the flat tax. even the dogs are angry. you know, 2 days ago, our premier blamed Albertans for Alberta's fiscal mess, and he stuck by that. He's had 2 days now to retract those statements, but he has doubled down. He continues to blame Albertans, but you know what? It was not ordinary Albertans who introduced the flat tax, which was a huge gift to the wealthy. It was not Albertans who cut our corporate tax rate from 15% to 10% on corporate profits. And it was not ordinary Albertans who introduced our penny on the dollar royalties, which have resulted in astronomical profits for corporations and a pittance for Albertans who actually own the resources. No, all of those decisions were decisions made by the Conservative government themselves. And we're here today to say that the reason we're facing a fiscal crunch here in Alberta is not because of anything that individual Albertans did. It's not anything that was caused by public sector workers or the important services that they provide every day to ordinary Albertans. The real problem is a problem that was created by the Conservatives themselves. What's happened in this province is that successive Conservative governments over the last 20 years, through their irresponsible tax cuts and royalty giveaways, they've blown a hole in the revenue base that we need to pay for important public services like education and healthcare. They're the ones who created the problems. They're the ones who blew those holes in our revenue base. And right now, instead of blaming Albertans, we need a government that's willing to take responsibility for their mistakes, fix the problems, fill the holes, and bring us back to a situation where we can afford the kind of healthy public services that Albertans need and deserve. So the solution is not to blame Albertans. The solution is to roll back those irresponsible tax cuts and royalty giveaways that have gotten us into this situation in the first place. So today we're here to do something simple but profound and important. We're here to hold up a mirror so we can show people in that building who the real culprits are, and it is the Conservatives themselves. So please, mirror, mirror on the wall, who's to blame for this shortfall?